Hello, my friends, and welcome back.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of GlitterAndLazers learning how to run. We recently watched a video of her melting down crying because somebody gave her a compliment out on the running trail saying, "Great job getting out there." Here's a link to that video. I guess she got tired of people thinking that she's an amateur and saying great job getting out there, so she's decided to go get some professional run counseling. Is it possible to run when you are morbidly obese? Stick around to find out. I have a second channel called Cynical Reacts where I make videos about stuff that's not related to fat acceptance. I recently made a video about the cringiest public marriage proposals ever. Here's a link. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
Again, as I always say, I'm just constantly surprised at what I'm capable of when I put myself in the situation to try.
We're gonna fix your walk as well.
I'm just surprised at what I'm capable of. And she's like crying.
Not just make you a good runner, but make you a good walker.
Are you implying that she can't even walk, let alone run?
This just gives me hope that there's like still so much more. Because sometimes you wonder like, okay, I've been at this for a year, which I know technically a year is not a long time, but like it feels like a long time.
Yeah.
And I think this is just coming at the perfect time for me to like just keep moving forward, because this does, especially with getting on that treadmill, feels a little bit impossible.
Okay, that's weird.
So today we're back at Run Lab. As you guys know, for like the past couple weeks, I've been doing my PT literally everywhere. Disney, Tracy's house, anywhere I could. And now we're gonna
what is this? Okay.
see what effect it's had. We're also gonna go shopping for shoes that are best fit to support me as I work on those changes in how I walk and also as I start to run. So today is kind of a big day.
So the big question here is, how could somebody that's morbidly obese actually run, right? And I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything. I'm just like asking how the physics of this are actually going to work.
I'm gonna know really for the first time in my life from a doctor what shoes I need to be rocking to, you know, keep rocking without injuring myself.
Without injuring yourself. So it's all in the shoes. You don't think a doctor would have any other recommendations for things that we could do to make running easier? No, it's just the shoes. Okay.
But I will tell you cool things. My knees no longer hurt and my ankle no longer hurts, so.
That's insane. That's completely insane that your knees don't hurt. It's a little unbelievable.
This is all magical for me. Let's go.
So I'm gonna go through all three views.
Okay.
There is four, but for the sake of the left side being the problem child, we're gonna focus on that.
It's weird, I know the left side is the problem child, I can tell now.
When we are running, you actually do a very good job keeping your leg underneath yourself. Similar to what I said you did with the walk where you kind of posted.
Yeah.
You're unlocked, but you keep it there and you don't actually absorb and coil down like if you were gonna jump. You just use your ankle. So if we ever
Okay. Are you saying that she has not been running this whole time?
watch the Olympics for speed walking, you technically do a double stance.
So I'm technically just walking.
Okay, so all this time that you thought that you were running, you were actually walking. I'm not sure why she's ever tried to run at all to begin with. If you're morbidly obese, I would say losing weight and also exercising in the pool and other low impact ways would be the way to start. A walk, I would say a walk, and primarily diet would help us lose weight so that we could be more mobile and actually run. If you're interested in running, you're gonna wanna have the physique that facilitates that type of mobility.
You are super speed walk.
Look at me, I'm a fastest walker. No, I'm not. But
There is nothing wrong with that.
it's not.
There's nothing wrong with that, he said, but it ain't running, chief.
So that's not jogging or running.
It's not jogging or running. You've been speed walking. Yeah, I don't know why you're shocked at that.
Technically, no.
Okay, I have never run or jogged.
Now, I also have a inclination that you were not very comfortable on the treadmill.
No, I hate the treadmill.
So I have a feeling you may be on the verge of a jog, like on the regular road.
Why are we not addressing the elephant in the room? No, that's not a weight joke. We are looking at the way she's moving her legs and everything and pretending like the weight is not an issue. I love this so much.
So I thought I was gonna learn that I've never run in my life, but what I actually learned today is that I've never jogged either.
Why do you think that is, Anna?
Or may not have jogged. We're about to find out if I actually can jog, so.
You know, I'm not sure why we're deluding ourselves in this fashion.
Let's find out together.
We're playing a lot of weird games right here, aren't we? Isn't this whole video very bizarre? I have a couple ideas of what could be possibly holding you back here.
First, Dr. Roden had me show him my walk and also show him the progress I'd made using the PT exercises I had been doing since our last visit.
That is a walk.
So I am super proud of you. You are not hyperextending your knees anymore.
What do you think all these people that work at this stupid Run Labs thing think of this whole thing? All right, so Anna's coming in here again. As you know, we're all just gonna pretend like all of her running difficulties are not related to her weight at all. Really, dude? Again? This is so insulting to all of our intelligence. We're all just gonna sit around and be like, well, I think you need to step a little more to the... Really? We're really just gonna keep playing this weird-ass game. She has millions of followers and a lot of money, so yeah. We're just gonna go ahead and pretend the sky is red a little bit. Don't worry, we're all getting overtime, we're good. Alright, fine. Oh... So I think you are stepping a little bit too much to the left is what's going on here. That's what that is. Yeah. I'm sorry, Anna O'Brien. Look at the look on her face. This is the same look she had on her face when she's like, and I told her, screw you, and then I just started running or whatever.
Right?
Oh, goodness, help me.
What Casey's gonna polish with you is, at least this is for the walk, okay? You've reduced your stride. Kick butt, love it. But you're kind of
By the way, I hope you don't hear Rocco snoring. If you hear a little, that's Rocco snoring. I don't want to wake him up.
back like this, like, what's up, guys? I'm cool. And you're here.
Is that how she does it?
Versus
She's been strutting.
that offensive,
Stop strutting.
like, hey, I'm coming at you. Like, I own this place. I want a little bit more lean.
Oh God, that feels so weird.
Oh God, that feels so weird.
Because
I feel
you
like I'm delicate.
Because she's like leaning back like this to counteract wherever her weight is placed or whatever.
A diaper in my butt.
Next, Dr. Roden had me run outside. This was so he could see if I could actually jog or if I was just walking really fast.
I don't think most people typically need a specialist from Run Labs to tell them whether they're walking or jogging. So maybe the obesity is holding you back in this capacity. I don't know, I'm just a guy with a microphone. What the hell do I know?
You have a moment.
You have a moment. He's trying to be nice and be like, for a split second, that was actually a run. What the hell is this?
I'm a slight jog.
You officially jog.
Okay,
We want it to be a little bit more joggy. Right?
but I do it.
But you do it. You have a moment where you have 1 foot off and 1 foot on.
Okay.
Okay? That is where we want to keep you.
Okay, so officially it's a jog when both feet are off the ground, or 1 foot is off and one is down or something?
We don't want the crazy float time. That's not necessary and very risky at this point. All right, I'm gonna pass you off to Casey.
Let's go.
For every additional pound of body weight that you have, there's an additional 4 pounds of pressure on your knee joint. All right, just for scale and just for comparison's sake, I have a photo of Glitter and Lasers. just so you can see that like this is really not conducive to running or jogging. Okay, that's her on the right. I feel like we don't often get a good view of how she actually looks in these videos that we're watching, so this is probably a better view, and we can see that trying to jog at this size is kind of ridiculous. I would recommend, if you're obese, that you get your diet in order and do some low impact exercises like walking or things in a pool. I used to have chub rub when I was 60 pounds overweight, okay? My thighs were already rubbing together.
Casey!
Kick butt, take names.
Boom.
Find your butt.
I will. It's right here.
Okay.
In PT with Casey, we were working on two really important things.
All right, so after running for several years, she has learned that she hasn't run for several years. You were just walking, which is probably for the best, because if you were to actually run, your knee would explode into a trillion pieces.
The first was learning how to feel and fire my glute muscles.
And then from here,
Really?
I'm gonna squat down on that single leg and then come back up.
What are you guys doing?
Currently, when I ran, I did not use my butt.
When you run, you don't use your butt or your thigh? Wait, what?
Currently, when I ran, I did not use my butt.
You didn't use your butt.
So learning how to fire my glutes would help me move more safely.
Well, I imagine if you go down too low that you cannot get back up. And once again, for the millionth time, I'm not trying to be mean. We're just talking about reality here, right? If you have an additional bunch of weight, gravity actually does exist. And the more weight you have, the harder it is to do literally everything. So,
As well as kind of divide the demand of my muscles out, allowing me
it looks
to
like
recover more.
it looks like it's incredibly difficult just to get back up from this position.
Quickly and move more.
I'm not shaming her for that. It makes sense to be difficult to get up from that position if you have a lot of excess weight. Look at the look on this chick's face right here, dude. She had that look on her face like, oh, jeez. At least that's the vibe I was getting.
Efficiently. The second,
Yeah, hold on.
recover more quickly and
Yeah, she looks unsure. She's like, oh my God.
move more efficiently. The second thing we were working on during these PT sessions were allowing me to have better form by hinging forward a little bit. Dr. Roden talked a little bit about how I basically stood too much upright.
Well, typically when somebody goes to run, they don't need somebody to coach them, you know? Like, it's so hilarious that they're analyzing you from all these angles and stuff. How much did this cost? Can I show up to this place drunk, and for enough money, you'll never mention the fact that I'm drunk, and that's the reason I can't run very good? If you pay us enough money, dude, we'll never even mention it. It was your gait. You were leaning a little bit too much to the left.
While I learned to bend my knees, my walking had become, well, wonky.
While I learned to bend my knees.
So learning how to hinge forward also helped better support my balance and that muscle distribution that we were working on.
You understand that if we weren't morbidly obese, we wouldn't need guidance on how to walk or how to run. It would just come naturally. You just start moving that way, and there you go. You're doing it in the proper form.
By learning how to fire my glutes.
We just had to learn how to fire our glutes. That's the problem.
We're at Ready to Run, which is a store specifically geared for shoes for runners and I think other things as well. And we are meeting.
Oh, hi.
She's like, I was not prepared.
No. But yes, we're gonna go get you some shoes.
Let's go get shoes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so now we need special shoes as well. That's the reason we can't run. Oh yeah, terrible transition music.
Chucky, I will do it. Hi.
Oh, look at that English
Don't go
bulldog.
on run.
From your map that you guys went through over at Run Lab, at the end of that thing, some shoe anatomy stuff. So what?
Some shoe anatomy stuff. Okay, so they measured your foot and now they want to sell you a very expensive shoe.
What we do with that, we look at your structure. So the way your bones are put together, the things you can't change about yourself.
The things you can't change about yourself, she said. Your bones. Okay. So these shoes are going to have a ton of additional support for all the bones.
We look at that. We look at your range of motion, which is something that can change, but it takes a while. So we look at how does all of that combine with what your goals are.
And then you decide to make a shoe. So we basically analyze your entire life, okay? And then we throw all that information out the window because that's completely irrelevant to making a shoe. And then we make you a shoe and sell it to you for like hundreds of dollars, I'm guessing. So we took your blood pressure. I went ahead and gave you a prostate exam the old-fashioned way. And now we've determined that you are type B blood. All right. Now about these shoes. All right, so you took my DNA and everything. That wasn't for the shoes? What?
What your injury history is, all of that, and it spits out the shoe report that you got at the end of that map. And so then the way that interfaces.
According to all of our calculations, you need shoes that are made of metal. I'm sorry, this is just silly little jokes, guys. Calm down.
With shoe store people is they can look at it and say, okay, you need a wide platform, a 4 to 8 millimeter offset, on and on and on.
Do you guys take people's weight into account when you're making these shoes?
I don't know what any of that means, but
the shoe people do, and that's why we're here.
What I've learned from this experience so far.
Hold on, let's go back and see that lady go. Okay, let's watch after she says we're shoe people.
Have on the wall,
but
the shoe people do, and that's why we're here.
And that's why we're here. Sorry. I noticed the stupid little crap that people do.
What I've learned from this experience so far is I still don't know what the hell I need, but what I did learn is that I get to go shopping more.
And buy shoes for like $600 that are not going to help you run at all, because there might be other issues that are preventing us from running as efficiently as possible, maybe. I mean, I can't actually like see anything that I think might be an issue here. Maybe if they hook you up to a few more EKGs or whatever, and you know, run your DNA through a few tests, then we could figure it out. But thus far, I don't know what the hell's wrong with your running. I don't know what could be holding you back.
So this is a win.
I thought I knew all about how to pick a good shoe for a bigger body, but it's really not that simple. Now, everybody's foot moves and is shaped a little bit differently.
Now you're making a lot of sense.
So you need to find a shoe that works
The Crocs, you got your running Crocs?
perfectly for you.
A lot of the Hoka shoes, because they're built on a rocker, have a really aggressive arch that doesn't move or kind of move with the foot.
I've worn Hokas before. They're pretty all right.
So people who like to feel that arch support, it can be great. But for some people who have a lower arch, kind of like her, it can be something that pokes you, and over the course of an hour or two being on your feet, it can be aggressive and not the most appropriate thing.
Okay.
We also talked a lot about varying shoes to build foot strength, which is something that had never crossed my mind. The reality is, in a bigger body, my arches were a little bit flattened, and that was due in part to my weight. So,
In a bigger body, my arches were flattened, and that was due in part to my weight? What? What do you mean? What weight?
learning how to rebuild the strength and endurance in my feet was going to be part of my journey.
Learning to rebuild the strength and endurance in my feet was going to be part of my journey. If we want to run, should we not be morbidly obese? What do you guys think? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to say what I want to say without being mean and without getting my channel deleted. If you are morbidly obese, perhaps your knees will not be able to hold up to jogging. Is that right? Is that the right words? Is that okay?
And the best way to do that would be by trying different shoes that challenged my foot to build different muscles.
What? Man, they saw you coming, homie. I'm guessing that you have tons of running shoes since you're always out there running.
So instead of getting one pair of shoe in like a bunch of different colors, I got
Look at the way this is
different
filmed.
pairs of shoes that would equally challenge my feet and encourage my foot to build strength and endurance that would support me when running longer distances.
Okay. That's a hell of a shoe.
In this day and age, we try to give a generic solution for every single person, and the reality is health and your body is never generic. And
Are we going into this talk right here in the shoe store, Anna? You're lecturing the people who are trying to get you shoes to delude you into thinking that this is something other than what it is. You're lecturing them on how everybody's health looks different.
so it's never going to be the right solution because if you're like optimizing for the median, because
What is this whole entire video, dude? This is so bizarre. This whole video is her going on like a delusion quest. She's like, why can I not run correctly? What the hell? And then like, since she has money, all these people at these various companies are just going to continue to keep deluding her and be like, yeah, it's probably these shoes. We probably need to analyze your gait and sell you all these various expensive products. Like, this whole video is just her like, why can't I run? What is going on? You're like, what the fuck, bro? Oh my God. She's like genuinely confused. She's like, why can't I run? What is wrong with me? It's these freaking shoes, dude. What is this? This is a fascinating study in human psychology. Goodness. And now she's lecturing the kids at the shoe store about the complexity of everybody's different types of bodies and how there's not a one-size-fits-all approach. Everybody in the shoe store is just looking at her like... I love how all these random strangers are just like enabling her because they don't want to tell her the truth. They're just like, yeah, health does look different for everybody. And the shoes, they'll strengthen the foot so they can support your body better. That's what this is.
You're optimizing for somebody else's issue.
That's right.
And so...
Right, that's why you need custom shoes to run. Dude, I'll run in a pair of frickin' sandals, okay? It'll suck ass, but I could do it. I could run barefoot. How about that? Oh my God.
As sometimes annoying as this process can be, because I have a lot of doctors and a lot of support, I'm grateful that I'm able to do that because I feel like I'm actually getting to the root of how my body works.
What the f are you talking about? You're finally getting to the root of how your body works. I'm not sure what this whole display is. It's honestly insane. Everybody around her is just like, yeah, I'm glad that you're finally getting your personalized health advice and your special shoes too. Now you can finally run because that's what's been holding you back this whole time.
Versus responding to how people think bodies generally work. And it's a very different approach. And I wish that honestly more health programs and more insurance programs supported this type of work because...
What type of work? You going and buying a custom pair of shoes? What is this whole statement? Hold on, I have to rewind a little bit because like she's literally just having a consciousness stream that goes nowhere and means nothing.
And it's a very different approach. And I wish that honestly more health programs and more insurance programs supported this type of work because...
What type of work? Buying shoes?
If you move without pain, that's movement for life.
What? If you move without pain, that's movement for life. And I think she thought that was all like deep and bumper sticker worthy or something. If you move without pain, that's movement for life. That sounds like the saying of like some stupid foundation that's ripping people off.
I learned a lot about shoes today. I'm annoyed because of my special combination of needs.
Your special combination of needs. So if we lost weight, I feel like we would be able to run and we would have no special combination of needs, you know? We wouldn't have to go pay a dude thousands of dollars to tell us that we're actually walking, I would imagine.
Not as many wild colors, but that's okay because I'm gonna get on the list for the wild colors. And then whenever they come in, I'm gonna get some wild shoes.
Okay.
But I feel more supported, and that's the thing that's more important than how cute the shoes are.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got all my shoes now.
Oh my God, you bought like fucking 3 pairs of shoes? What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Okay, so like literally every store in her area is just taking advantage of her. They're like, you know, we got a special pair of pants that could really help you run. It's definitely not anything to do with you or your physique or anything. It's actually your lack of special pants. Don't worry, we got you covered, Glitter and Lasers. Come over here.
And I definitely feel more prepared to run, to walk, and even to lift. Like I
Yeah, yeah.
was definitely lifting probably with the wrong shoes. Also,
You were lifting with the wrong shoes. So you got special running shoes and special lifting shoes. What is going on? What in the hell is happening?
found out the shoes I did have were just not good anymore. I think if anything, this whole experience has taught me one thing. And that one thing that I've learned is really that doing anything hard in your life takes preparation,
Yeah, like trying to run would probably take some sort of preparation, like having a physique that our legs can actually carry around.
But it also takes people who believe in you.
No, it doesn't. It does not. Nobody has to believe in you. You have to believe in you. You could literally have nobody on this planet believe in you, but you can still persevere and pull through. So let's ditch that moronic mentality immediately.
And so the more I go on this journey, the more I realize I'm not doing it alone.
That's weird. When I go for a run, I do it alone. Okay, I put my earbuds in and I just run. I'm not trying to run shame you, but I don't need a whole team of people with me to help me run.
Today when I talked about wanting to run a 5K, the first thing that the team at Run Lab said was like, we're gonna run it with you.
Oh yeah, I recently saw a video of her running a 5K and she walked the whole thing, so, which makes sense.
And I think that's how you do big things, guys. You do it with people who believe in you. And I think as a first step to making any changes of your life, that best first step is to find people who believe in you.
Okay, I disagree. I disagree with all that. You don't need anybody to believe in you to persevere and achieve your goals. In fact, sometimes nobody believes in you, and you're going to achieve your goals just to spite them, just to stick it to all these numb nuts.
Because I think it does really make all the difference.
It is truly bizarre to spend money and time doing all of this other stuff when the solution is so obvious and right in front of our face. So what do you think of the clip that we just saw? Will Glitter and Lasers be able to improve her run via these various tips and techniques without losing weight? Leave a comment below. Happy Monday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.